What's up everyone, I'm Nikhil from Notion Hub, and in this video I'll be showing you the most important tips and tricks for your Huawei Nova 4e. By the way guys, I'll be making a dedicated video for the best features where I'll be showing you all the features offered by this phone. So definitely check out that video, link will be in the description. Now with that said, first I want to show you the new gestures on this phone. So to try them out, you need to go to settings and select system. Now select system navigation and select gestures. Now if you want additional instructions, a complete manual, you can click over here and read it from here. But here's a quick preview. These gestures are just like MIUI or Xiaomi phones where you can swipe from the center or swipe from the bottom to go home, swipe and hold for recent apps, and you can swipe from the left side or the right side to go back. Now you might wonder how to use Google Assistant, and for that you can swipe from the right side corner, that's the bottom right corner, or you can swipe from the left bottom corner to trigger Google Assistant, just like that. How's the weather? And it works as well.
Currently in Hyderabad it's 33 and clear.
So those are the gestures and it gives you a much more immersive experience, but still if you want the 3-button navigation bar, we can switch it from here. Now if you click these settings, you get some additional options wherein you can add in a new button to pull down the notification bar. Just add it, and once you click the button over here, it will pull down the notification bar. Now from the same page you can reorder the buttons on the navigation bar. You can put the back button on the left side by selecting the first option, or you can keep it to the right side by selecting the second option. Personally, I like to go with this option. Now going on next, I'll show you how you can use split screen mode. Now split screen mode is a feature that allows you to use 2 applications at the same time. So if you want to open split screen mode, there are multiple ways to do it. First, you can go to the recent apps page and select the application that you want to open in split screen mode. Now click the button over here. Once you do that, that application will open up in a top window, and you can select the secondary application from the list over here, or else you can go to the home screen and then select the secondary application from the list over here. Now as you have just seen, when I tried to open this application in a split screen mode, it simply closed off. Now another way to open split screen mode is to long press the recent apps button. Just press and hold to open that application in a window, and once again you can select the secondary application from here. Now when you're already using split screen mode, if you click the home button, you can switch the secondary application. Now for secondary application, if I select a different application, split screen mode has closed and we got an error saying that app is not compatible. So to make all apps compatible or to use all applications in split screen mode, this is what you can do. First go to settings, then select system. Now select about phone. Now click the build number 7 times. Just do that and developer options will be enabled right after you enter the password. Now go back a step to system settings and you can find the developer options over here. Now scroll all the way to the bottom and enable force activities to be resizable. Once you enable this toggle and restart your phone, you will be able to use all applications in a split screen mode. Now going on next, I'll show you some camera related features. So this is the default camera interface, and now this phone comes with a triple camera setup, primary camera, secondary camera for portrait shots, and ultra wide angle camera. So to switch between the primary and the wide angle camera, you have a toggle over here. You can simply click it to quickly switch between the cameras. Now while taking portrait shots, you get these 3 options at the bottom. This one is for the regular beauty mode, and this one is for different lighting effects. It's also called as studio lighting effects on other phones. And most importantly, the new change on this phone are the background blur shapes. So using these settings, you can change the background blur shape to something that looks pretty cool. Now going on next, this phone comes with a dedicated night mode to take better pictures in low lighting conditions. So if you're going to take pictures in low lighting conditions instead of your regular photo mode, prefer the night mode. It takes better pictures, at least slightly better pictures. Now coming back to the portrait mode, this phone takes portrait shots only of humans. Like if it can't recognize a human face in the frame, it'll take a regular picture. So to take a portrait shot of something like an object, say something like this car, you need to use aperture mode. So to access that, this is what you need to do. Go to more settings and now select aperture. Now in this mode, we can select the focus point, and also we can change the amount of background blur effect we want. I'll keep it to maximum, select the focus point as the car, and take a picture. Now once you're in the gallery, you can see a small indicator on the top right corner of the screen. That's here. You can click that, and now you can change the focus point, and you can also change the amount of background blur effect you want. Now the background blur effect is completely gone, and we get maximum blur effect now. Now I've just changed the focus point, and now the car is out of focus. So this is a pretty cool feature, and very few phones offer this feature. So this is something you should definitely check out. Now going on next, this phone also has a lot of camera gestures to take pictures. First is audio control. So once you enable this feature, you can simply say cheese to take a picture. Cheese, cheese, Well, this can be really useful, especially for taking selfies. Cheese. Okay, we need to manually enable it for the front camera as well. So let me just do that. Now I can see cheese to take a selfie. Next we have smile capture, which simply takes pictures every time it sees you smiling. So it should be working. So smile capture does work, but in this lighting conditions it is struggling a bit. So that's smile capture. Next we have the gesture control, where we can simply show our palm to take a picture, and just like that. So every time it sees a palm, it takes a picture in 2 seconds. So guys, those are the new gestures. Now going on next, I'll show you my favorite fingerprint scanner gestures. So to enable them, go to settings, then select security, then select fingerprint ID. Now make sure this toggle is enabled. Now once it is done, in the default camera application, you can simply touch the fingerprint scanner to take a picture. You have to touch and hold to take a picture. This can be once again really useful for taking selfies. Now the next feature or the next gesture is to pull down the notification bar using the fingerprint scanner. So just enable this toggle and then swipe down on the fingerprint scanner to pull down the notification bar. You can swipe it down to pull it down and swipe it up to send it back. So once again, this is one of my favorite features that's available on this phone. Now going on next, if you want to hide this notch at the top, you can do it from the display settings. So for that, just go to display settings and select additional settings or more settings, click notch and select the second option. Once you do that, the area near the notch, that's basically the status bar, is completely blacked out. Even now the notch exists, but it doesn't stick out all that much. So for some reason, if you hate the notch, you can try hiding it. Now going on next, if you want to take a screenshot on this phone, press the volume down and power button both at the same time to take a screenshot. Now if that's a bit hard for you, you also have a toggle for that. Just go to the notification toggles and click this toggle that says screenshot to take a screenshot. Now this phone also comes with a nice gesture to take screenshots. So to enable that, go to settings, then select smart assistant, then select motion control and enable 3-finger screenshot. Once you enable this feature, you can swipe down using 3 fingers to take a screenshot. Now for some reason, if you want to take a longer screenshot, first take a regular screenshot. You can use the gesture or button, whatever you want, and then click the preview window over here, then click scroll shot. Once you do that, the page will be scrolled automatically and then you'll get a longer screenshot. Right now it's scrolling, just give it some time, or else you can click the screen to stop it scrolling and then get the long screenshot. So here we go, this is our long screenshot. Now for some reason, if you also want to record the screen, this is what you can do. Press the volume up and power button both at the same time to start video recording. For the first time, you might be asked for some permissions, just give it them, and then you'll see this floating button at the top and you can use it to stop the video recording. Right now everything that I do on the screen will get recorded automatically, and once I click stop, that video will be saved along with the screenshots. Now if you want to display the battery percentage on the status bar, this is what you can do. Go to settings, then select battery, then select battery percentage and select next to battery to display the battery percentage on the status bar beside the battery icon. Now if you want to display the network usage on the status bar, you need to go to settings, then select display settings, then select more display settings and enable this toggle to display the network speed right over here. Now going on next, if you want to change your default launcher, default browser, default messaging application, you need to first go to apps, in settings and then select default apps. And now if you want to change your default launcher, select launcher, and from here you can change your default launcher to something like Nova launcher. You can also change your default phone dialer, default messaging application, default camera application, default browser, and so on. So this is something you should definitely check out. Now going on next, if you want to record calls automatically on your phone, open the phone dialer, click this button over here, then go to settings. Now select auto record calls and then enable this toggle. Once you do that, all the calls will be recorded automatically on your phone. Now for some final tips, in the lock screen, while you are here, you can do a swipe up gesture from the bottom of the screen to get some quick shortcuts. Now the first shortcut is for audio recording. Second, we have calculator. Following that is a toggle for torch. You can click it once to turn on the torch and you can click it once again to turn it off. Next we have a timer, and finally we have a feature which uses the camera application to search for e-commerce websites. So once you select it and unlock your phone, this is the interface, and now you can take a picture or it simply looks into your camera and finds a similar product online. So these are the results. And so far it is pretty accurate. So guys, these are the most important tips and tricks for your Huawei P30 Lite. If I missed out on anything important, do let me know by commenting below this video, and definitely check out my video on best features. Link will be in the description. By the way guys, if you're planning to buy this phone, use the link in the description. It always helps the channel, and if you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter and we will try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.